we're going to calculate the return on common stockholders' equity. So here's the facts. Katie Inc. reported net income of $186,000 during 2014 and paid dividends of $26,000 to common stock. It also has 10,000 shares of 6%, $100 par value, non-cumulative preferred stock outstanding. And common stockholders' equity was $1,200,000 on January 1, 2014, and $1,600,000 on December 31st, 2014. So the return on common stockholders' equity formula is net income minus preferred dividends divided by average common stockholders' equity. So let's just begin to fill out these pieces. So net income is $186,000. Now we've got to calculate preferred dividends. The preferred dividends would be 10,000 times 6% times 100 par value. So I'll write that all out here. 10,000 times 6% times $100. Okay? Now one thing to remember is this is non-cumulative. And since we paid common stock dividends of 26, that means we must have declared dividends for the preferred stock, because common wouldn't, preferred always gets dividends first. So we don't know the total, well actually we do know the total amount of dividends, because 10,000 times 0.06 times 100 equals 60,000. So the total dividends that we would have declared would be 60 plus the 26. And but if we had not declared any dividends and not paid any to common, then you wouldn't subtract out the 60,000, because the non-cumulative nature of the stock means that if we don't declare dividends, then they're never going to, the preferred shareholders are never going to get those. So this numerator is what of the net income is available to common shareholders. Well, if we don't declare dividends, then that net income will always be available to the common shareholders. But once we do declare dividends, then we have to subtract out the preferred. If this had been cumulative preferred stock and we had not declared dividends, we would still subtract out the preferred dividends, because they will get their dividends sometime, not this year, but maybe next year or the next year. And so whatever those dividends are, since it's cumulative, they're never available to common shareholders. The denominator, average common stockholders' equity, is calculated by taking the equity at the beginning of the year plus the equity at the end of the year and divide by 2. So we end up with, in our numerator, 186 minus 60, 126,000, divided by 1,400,000 equals 0.09, or we would say a 9% return on equity.